Okay, now that we have all of our sections of pipe created, we need to add some holes to a few of those PVC pipe sections. So I'm here in SolidWorks. I'm going to go to File, Open, and we're going to find our Tech folder, IT folder, and in my Perch folder I have each of these sections. I'm going to right click and just view by large icons, and you can see that I have each of these sections completed, and we've got a proportional icon of them. So the two that need holes in them are the 5-inch piece and the 4.5-inch piece. So let's go ahead and open up the 5-inch piece first, and I'll show you how we're going to go about creating some holes. Okay, just want to confirm that this is the right piece, so I'm going to right click in my over here in my design tree and go to edit feature and just make sure that says 5 inches, and it does, so I'm going to leave that alone. And we're going to need to create a plane to put our sketch on in order to make these holes, so that's the first thing I'm going to do. Under features, I'm going to click reference geometry and hit plane, and you're going to see that one of these planes, the top plane, we could use the top plane, but I think it's going to be easier for you to see if we make a plane that's tangent to the outside of the cylinder. So I'm going to click the top plane for my first reference, then I'm going to select the cylinder for my second reference, and I want it parallel, so it's right above the top plane. So now you can see that the top plane was the reference, the cylinder was the second reference, and I have a plane that's tangent to my cylinder. I'm going to hit OK. And now I'm going to put a sketch on that plane. So we're going to go to Sketch, hit the Sketch button, and make sure we have that plane selected. All right, and now we can get started with our holes. So it might be easy to make a construction line first to reference. So I'm going to hit Centerline. I'm going to click, actually before I do that, let's look normal to this sketch so we're straight on top of it. I'm going to right click and hit normal to again. There we go. So I've got my origin on the bottom this time. That's how I want to take a look at it. I'm going to come up here and create a center line, select my origin, come straight up. Make sure we get the vertical symbol. We don't need to worry about the length. I'm going to hit the escape tool and get out of the line command. Now we're going to create, I have my PDF document open, my manual for the Perch, and I'm on this page, page 5, and I'm looking at the location of these 1/4-inch holes. So one's 1 inch, 1 3/4, and 3 inches. We'll get the 4.5-inch piece in a minute. So we've got 1, 1 3/4, and 3. So I'm going to grab the circle tool. I'm going to click right on my line, and I'm going to make one circle. On my line again, another circle. On my line again, and another circle. I'm going to grab our dimension tool and set this to 1/4 of an inch, 0.25. We can do that for all of them, or there's another trick I can show you, whereas if you hold your shift key down and select all 3 holes, and then you hit the equal button, because one of them has a dimension, it'll automatically make those others 1/4 inch. You can do it either way. Now we need to give a location from our origin, so I'm going to go back and grab our dimension tool. The first one is 1 inch, so I select the origin. I'm going to select the edge of the circle, 1 inch, select the origin again, select the edge of this circle. This one was 1.75, and select the origin one more time and select this guy, and it's 3 inches. Now you'll notice that our circles have turned black, and down here it says our sketch is fully defined. That's a good thing. It means our holes are sized and located. And now we're going to exit out of our sketch, go to Features, go to Extruded Cut, and go through all for our option right here. and we hit OK, and you should see that we have a hole that goes all the way through our PVC pipe. We're going to go ahead and hit File, Save, and I'm going to show you how to do the 1.5 inch piece. It's going to be the same thing all over again. So I'm going to close this guy out, go to File, go to Open, get our 4.5 inch piece. Once again, I want to confirm that this is the right one, so I'm going to go into my extruded boss feature here. If you right click on this and go to Edit Feature, it'll tell you what the extruded length is, and it is our 4.5 inch piece, so I am working on the right one. Next thing I'm going to do is add a reference plane again, because I think it's easier for us to see how to do that. So putting those holes in, so I'm going to go to Reference Geometry, Plane. My first reference again is going to be the top plane. My second reference, I'm going to make it parallel to, is going to be the cylinder itself. Notice I have a plane sitting tangent to my cylinder. Hit OK. Going to go ahead and go grab our sketch tool, put a sketch on there, right click over here and hit Normal To. So you'll see we've created a sketch. I'm going to hit Normal To. I'm going to right click and hit Normal To a second time and put my origin on the bottom, just because when I reference this PDF document, my measurements are from the bottom, and it's just going to be easier. So I need a hole at 1 inch, 1 5/8, and 2 7/8 for this one. Again, I'm going to grab my line tool, but underneath the line tool you'll see that I have a Centerline option, which is for construction. Click on my origin, make a straight line up, doesn't matter how long it is. Hit Escape, and now we're going to come in and put our circles in. Once again, we have 3 circles. Notice that as I put my pencil over the line, I get this little yellow box with a green dot in it. That's a coincidence symbol. It's going to tell us that that circle is actually on the line, which is what we want. Grab my dimension tool. These are also 1/4 inch circles, 0.25. Once again, if I hold the Shift key down and select all 3 of them, I have the option over here to make them equal. So now they're all 1/4 inch holes. And then we just need to grab our dimension tool, select the origin, select the edge of the line. Hole number 1 is 1 inch up. Hole number 2 is 1 5/8. So that is 1.625. And the last one is 2 7/8. Now you can do it another way. You can hit 2 space 7 divided by 8, and it'll automatically give you the value. Notice this is rounded, by the way. These are rounded values. If we come down here and change our units to 3 decimal places, well, it should be showing us 3 decimal places. I don't know why it's not. Well, if I click on it, you can see that those are the values. I'm not going to spend time on it right now. Just make sure you don't type in 1.63. You type in 1.625 and 2.875. Hit OK. We have our circles. We're going to go to Features, Extruded Cut. Come over here and select the Through All option, and we are done with the PVC pipes. Make sure you hit Save. And that wraps up this one.